Hello. So while I'm uploading my Steven Universe and first question thing, and I have recorded the rest of the questions, but I will be uploading those later in maybe one this week, maybe one next week. It all depends on what's going on throughout the whole week. Now, when we all know there's no more Steven Universe as far as I can tell, I still have to look actually I can look it up right here. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to talk about the most recent My Little Pony and I guess Pokemon X, Y, and Z. Sorry if I keep looking down my screen. So I'm gonna start with Pokemon because that one's gonna be easier to explain. I am so happy for Serena. Yes, I do watch this show. I mean, I've gone in and out throughout the seasons, and my cat's being adorable, or one of them, I should say. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, sweet. Hey, it's semi-tapped. So pretty much I'm glad for Serena, though I don't think we're done seeing that one bratty girl. I can tell she's gonna be a brat. But doesn't she look like the new professor's assistant for the Alola region? Speaking of which, I can't believe, well, I was thinking like if Hawaii wins Miss USA, it's gonna be like it's fate, but I guess not. And I mean, I'm glad it was District of Columbia as well. All the choices were good. I kind of was wishing Illinois would start getting more higher up, like maybe even the top 15, or even at least again. We've had a couple times where she's gone there, but my mom and I were frustrated that Ohio didn't get to top 5. Okay, so I'm scrolling down for Steven. So pretty much I'm really happy about that, but who knows when everything's gonna happen. So we got the next contest for Serena, and then maybe we'll get to finally okay, yeah, there's no more information about this, so everything's to be announced on this list. There's no new stuff. So pretty much it's just we might have a couple more episodes before Snowbell City again. And it's mainly just like because of something that's in the Japanese theme opener that's not in the US one. And I've gone over this before, but this is getting really good. Now on to My Little Pony. So when I found out that Fluttershy had a brother, it's like, okay, are they trying, what? Because we know that Twilight has a brother, Pinkie Pie has her siblings, Applejack has her siblings, Rarity has Sweetie Belle, and Rainbow Dash, we don't know anything about her family. It seems like she's, except for her, I don't think we've seen like a guy that kind of looks like he could be her dad, but we don't know that. Anyway, pretty much, it's kind of like with the whole thing with Steven Universe. At some point last year, I had thought of this idea of like next generation. However, it's not like it's the next gen kids. I mean, they thought it could have been for the next Elements of Harmony, but in my case, not so much. Pretty much, and what I was gonna do, because like, there's only one that's related in the family, or in the actually next gen, but it's like a not direct family, and that was gonna be Flush. I had a niece who will be the next element of loyalty instead of being the next gen kid. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna do like a sister or a brother. Originally when I was thinking of doing this was like in the future where the main 6 were all old, but I kind of dropped that idea because it kind of got confusing. So yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be a little bit like when they actually find out they're the Elements of Harmony, the group I made. But actually I can show my main 6. I'm gonna show the main 6 of mine, except technically it's main 7, but one of them's like an OC character. Everything I'm showing you is literally a toy from the 2nd generation, the generation they should have kept the ponies as for a while. So just give me a second. Now, sadly, I can't find one of mine, so I will just have to describe it to you. So, when I was a kid, I had my own things. I don't know if I ever remember watching it, but I had my own toys. And I came across them one day when I was, cleaning or something, and so I thought, hey, why not make the next generation of Elements of Harmony? So here's the first one. Her original name is like, Berry something, but I changed it for when I adjusted the thing. Her name's Grapevine. And I mean, all of the ones I will be talking about right here will be credited as original ponies. Just rebased. But yeah, she's a farm girl. I have her hair like in a braid, and she's pretty much, her mentor is Applejack. She's like this one's from a grape farm, and she's the next element of honesty. So you kind of saw that coming. Ooh, gosh, I gotta clean this one a bit up. Sorry. This one is called Morning Glory. I am keeping the name because it sounds right, and one of her eyes is actually both of her eyes are gone. Great. I actually found pictures to make sure I knew what their names were originally, if I whether I changed them or not. She's like a gardener actually, and pretty much she's not a girly girl. However, she is the element of generosity, and when Rarity finds out that this is her new element in training, they don't get along in the right beginning because of what happens. But I mean, because she's generous to people who are kind to her, but she's never. But when it comes to people who are cruel and nasty, she never gives them the time of day, and she has to learn that you have to try to be kind to everybody and not just people who are kind to you. So this is I'm gonna say that one for last. So I don't have my element of kindness, which is, her name is Dainty Dove, and yes, I am keeping the name. Yes, she was in the a cameo in there. She was in if you remember, when they did all their flashback stories, she actually was one of the guests at. Hold on, my cat wants to get out. Oh, never mind, she's good. I still want to close the door. In Applejack's backstory of how she got her cutie mark. But the thing is, they changed the her cutie mark to a laurel picture, and they took out all the highlights. I think they might have kept the purple, but she has like blonde, pink, a light pink, and a purple shade. And I actually keep that, except for in certain games that don't allow more than just one highlight color. And she's my element of kindness. She's a wedding planner. And unlike Fluttershy, where she's very quiet, this one's very quiet, but she's also very determined especially when it comes to her job. And her cutie mark is like these two bells with doves holding the ribbons that holds them. It's really pretty. I don't know if I officially changed it when I was doing this stuff, but I actually have like a whole stash folder of this. Next is my element of magic. Her name is Moonshadow. And yes, I kept the hair color, and yes, I kept everything. I kept everything for this one. And she's my element of magic. So pretty much I'm gonna be keeping that same. She's in the same position, but she's a little bit more daring than Twilight was when she first started out. And last but not least, Sky Skimmer. And yes, that's her name. I know there's another one that looks similar that's the same name, but this is the one because I made sure of it. But I have her as Fluttershy's niece, so yeah, but she has the personality of Rainbow Dash, but she looks like Fluttershy, so everyone gets confused from time to time that she's not Fluttershy. And unlike Fluttershy, who has blue eyes, this one has green. Now the thing about, I'm missing another one. Her name was originally Cupcake, but I decided that's not gonna work out, especially since it already is a cupcake. So I changed it to Silk Sugar or something like that. And hold on. Oops, there we go. And pretty much she's kind of like Rarity actually, but she's like she loves creating costumes and selling costumes for every occasion. So it's kind of like the party planning, so she knows exactly what to do. And she gets a little hyper, but that's only if she has sugar or if it's like a really good chance to sell one of her costumes for a party. Like party theme. She does like party theme attire. So she's a mix of Rarity and Pinkie Pie. Now for what they are, obviously Magic is going to be a unicorn. Morning Glory is going to be an Earth Pony. Sky Skimmer is obviously going to be a Pegasus. Danny Dove's going to be a Pegasus. Grapevine's going to be an Earth Pony. And Silk Sugar is going to be a unicorn. And then there's the 7th one. Now, I don't know if I've said this in the past, but I consider Sunset Shimmer as another element, and I consider that Courage. So, I created my own OC and I'm not going to reveal anything about it other than its name. Technically, she has 2 names, one that she's known all her life, and one that she never realized was her actual name. Now, her name I gave her for, one she knows all her life is called Spooky Whisper, and I'm still kind of figuring out her concept and everything. So, I will be uploading this after in a minute, and then I will upload the Q&As, or the Q&A. So, yeah.